Hello everyone, how are you doing today? ¿Cómo se encuentran el día de hoy? I hope you're great. Espero que estén muy bien. And let's get started with today's class. El día de hoy vamos a hablar de los artículos definidos, okay? In English, we have just the one definite article, okay? Today's class is very important. Why? In English, we only have this definite article, okay? But in Spanish, we have four different definite articles. Why four? Well, the words that we have in Spanish, the nouns, can be masculine or feminine. Okay, so the article, the definite article, can be either masculine or feminine. And it can be in Spanish, the article changes depending on the noun. If it's singular, okay, we have one article. And if it's plural, we have another one. So this can be tricky for us who speak English. Puede ser un poco difícil, but let's try to practice it and it will get easier. Okay, just first, remember the article the, okay, equals the following. El, la, los, las. Okay, these words that I am showing you here, these are the words that we will practice today, okay? The article the equals el, la, los, las, okay? So let's get started. I will share my screen with you so that we can start our class today. Okay, here we go. Aquí lo tenemos. Okay, everyone. This can be hard for us because in English, we just have the one. And in Spanish, it's suddenly four different words that we have to learn, but I know that we can do it. So remember the article, okay, the definite article, just as we use it in English, we use it when we are talking about something specific, okay? Something we already talked about, something that we already know, something that has already been quoted, okay? So as I was telling you before, we have four different words. If we're talking, okay, let's be more specific about this. If we are talking or referring to something for the first time, for example, a table, okay, just any table, a table, we wouldn't say la mesa. We would say una mesa. But when you and I know what we are talking about, okay, what table we are talking about, we can say the table. We can say la mesa, okay, because you and I already had a conversation about that table. So that table becomes la mesa, okay? If we're talking about a car, but not just a car, okay? The car that you and I saw yesterday, then that car is the car, is el auto, el carro, el coche. Remember, we have different words in Spanish to say car, okay? So that's when we already know what car we are talking about, all right? So we have nouns in masculine and in feminine in Spanish, okay? And they can be singular or plural. So if it's masculine and singular, it's el carro. If it's masculine and plural, los carros, okay? If it's feminine, la casa, and singular, la casa. If it's feminine but plural, okay, las casas, all right? So this gender thing in Spanish is a big deal. So my advice to you would be, when you are learning the nouns, learn them with the article, with the definite article. This will save you a lot of time in the future. Okay, so you don't have, I wouldn't want you to learn just periódico. Learn el periódico. Okay, practice it with the definite article, and you will find a lot of information everywhere for you to practice the nouns with the definite article. All right, so in here we have more examples. El periódico is just one and it's masculine. Okay, el periódico. Plural and masculine, los periódicos, the newspapers. Singular and feminine, la revista, the magazine. Singular, plural and feminine, las revistas, the magazines. Okay, so very important here. When a feminine noun begins with a stressed a, or ha, the article changes into masculine and singular. Okay, why will it change? Let's look at one of these examples. We have agua. Okay, this is feminine, all right, and it starts with a. It would be hard for us to say la, see, la, which is the article for the feminine and singular, and having the following word to be agua, la agua. We would have our mouth open for a long time, longer than we should. Okay, this makes the pronunciation harder. La agua. So we need to link these two words. That's why we change, yes, the article, the feminine article, we change it for a masculine article. El agua. That makes it easier for us to pronounce. El agua. Y aquí, las aguas. Letter S, yes, it helps us link these two words. Las aguas. El agua. Okay, practice it with la agua, and you will see that it is hard. It is not as easy as it is with el agua. Same thing happens with el hacha, the axe, okay? El hacha. If we were to say la hacha, the pronunciation is just not natural and it's not easy for us to do, okay? So el hacha, this masculine article allows us to link these two words together and pronounce them better. El hacha. But when it's plural, we keep the feminine article, but plural. Las hachas, because letter S helps us link these two words together. Okay, las hachas, the axes. Okay, now something very important here, guys. We have el and el, all right? El is the definite article, the, okay? And the subject pronoun is el with the accent mark, okay? So let's pay attention to not get them confused. The subject pronoun, okay, will have an accent mark. Él está en la escuela. This comes before a verb. Él with the accent mark. Está en la escuela. He is at school. And when without the accent mark, this is the article, okay? The article masculine and singular. El niño está en la escuela. The boy is at school. And this article, yes, will be followed by a noun, will be always followed by a noun. Whereas the subject, el, will not be followed by a noun. It will be followed by a verb, the action that this person is doing. Okay? Pay close attention to this because it's just an accent mark that's making the huge difference here. All right. Now let's go over the uses of definite articles. Okay. When we are talking about, a language, the name of a language, okay, we would say, el español no es difícil. El español. No entiendo el chino. El español no es difícil. Spanish is not difficult. I would not agree with that. No entiendo el chino. I don't understand Chinese. Here, it's important to note that in Spanish, we use articles that in places where you wouldn't use an article in English. Okay, so that's, let's just pay attention and try to practice as much as we can to start imitating this. Okay, now, when we use the prepositions en, de sometimes, and the verbs hablar, enseñar, y aprender, we do not use the article. For example, tú estudias los artículos en español. Not, we wouldn't say en el español. Ella habla inglés. We wouldn't say ella habla el inglés. Okay? Now, number 2, before most titles, when we talk about el señor o la señora, okay? El señor García está en la oficina. Mr. Garcia is in the office. El profesor Vives es famoso. Professor Vives is famous. Okay? So, with most titles, el señor, la señora, el profesor, el maestro, el doctor. All right? Number 3, with the parts of the body and clothing. Me lavo las manos. I wash my hands. Ponte el abrigo. Put on your coat. Okay? Me duele la cabeza. All right? You would say, I have a headache, but we would say, my head hurts. Okay? Me duele la cabeza. Okay, before the names of days of the week and dates. Okay? Mi cumpleaños es el 5 de mayo. My birthday is on May 5th. Juego un partido el martes. I'm playing a match on Tuesday. Okay? When we are in that particular period of time or in that date, okay, we would not say el o la, okay? We will omit this article. Hoy es jueves because it is today. We are on that day or on that date. Hoy es 3 de abril. Today is April 3rd. All right, let's continue with more uses. Continuamos con más usos. Number 5, okay? With the plurals of the days of the week. Remember, the days of the week don't have a plural form themselves. They are the same word. Martes, el martes, los martes. So this article will help us reveal if it's plural or singular. If we're talking in singular, it would be el sábado. If it's plural, it would be los sábados. For example, juego al tenis los martes. I play tennis on Tuesdays. So this preposition on, we will change it. Yes. Instead of on, we will use in Spanish los. On Tuesdays, los martes. On Mondays, los lunes. On Wednesdays, los miércoles. All right, number 6, when referring to the time, when we talk about the time, el programa es a las 9. The program is at 9. Son las 2 en punto. It's 2 o'clock. I will see you at 7. Te veré a las 7. Las 7. That's an easy one to practice for you to start practicing, okay? And for you to start learning and getting used to the use of the article, the definite articles. So, before nouns of a general or abstract nature. When we talk about things in general, in English we don't use articles. Yes, we would say life is wonderful, but in Spanish we do need them. La vida es maravillosa. Dogs are nice, we would say in English. En español we would say los perros son lindos. Okay? Me gusta el baloncesto. I like basketball. Okay, everyone. So keep practicing. Watch this video again and share it with someone whom it may help. Okay, so I will see you soon and practiquen mucho. Los veo pronto.